Hello everybody, how are we doing, people? I said let me quickly talk to us before I run along. What we want to discuss is not what you don't already know. How are we doing, people? Please let me know in the chat if you can hear and see me like clearly. All right, thank you. So it's no longer news that Pastors Idowu Iluyomade and Pastor David Abioye, they are churches now. Yes. So you see, when we talk about some of these things prior, some of you will say, something like that. This video was a video I dropped 8 months ago. In fact, going forward, I think I'll be putting dates on my videos going forward. Now, today is 23, yeah, 23 January, right? I think I'll be putting dates on my video so that I dropped this 8 months ago, and I'm going to put the link here. And I discussed, because I saw a document that Bishop Oyedepo called the mandate, where he said that age will eliminate some people and all of that. And I know some of the comments some of you sent to me. And then 7 months ago, I dropped this video. I said some influential groups are saying that they will help Pastor Iluyomade, Idowu Iluyomade, to set up his own church. That was 7 months ago. Now, there are a lot of churches all over the place that have been set up that we don't know of. All right, but these ones are the big ones. That's what is reflecting in the title. They are big shots, right? So one is Iluyomade's own is a VI. He's a big boy, right? And then the other one for Pastor David Abioye is in Abuja. Actually, right now it's a kind of a group. It's a kind of revival meetings. You know, that's how it starts, right? Now, I just want to quickly say that these two situations are not the same. They are not the same. I see for Bishop Abioye, you know the story. Okay, for the benefit of people that are not Nigerians, yes, I don't want to assume that all of you know, because I have viewers all over the world, so to speak. So I don't want to assume that everybody know this story. So I will just quickly give us a rundown for the sake of my audience out there. So this pastor, that's the first one that I mentioned, is he was retired, which we all talked about that. This shouldn't be. He was retired by his boss. That's Bishop Abioye, David Abioye. Give or take, he will have been in that ministry for, I'm just saying, like 40 years. Yes. Story have it that it is even him that Bishop Oyedepo's children knew as their father growing up. He is the one that will go check them in school. He is the one that will, he was doing all those runs, okay? And then it was retired. And someone like me, and a lot of, people that really know these people from the beginning was like, okay, what's going on? But I personally, I wasn't surprised, So if your boss that is older than you get you retired, you will have to do something else, right? And Bishop Abioye is someone that ministering, preaching. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thanks. The word of God, garden and more. I'm going to check your channel, please. All right. I see that you have a YouTube channel. I'm going to check it out and subscribe definitely. Thank you so much for being here. So if you have a boss that is older than you and you are retired and the only thing you know is preaching, that was what I discussed in that video. I said, look, Bishop Abioye, all what he knew. I think someone even wrote a comment that why should I say? I said in that video, I said he might set up his shop. I said shop. Set up church. Okay, sis. God bless you. Well, his business center, as we can see, right? As we can, So this is what the man know all his life. So one of you wrote a comment then that, hey, you can go and lecture. I said no, because I read comment and I reply as much as I can, except some that I will just decide to ignore, right? So I wrote that no, it's to let that you can preach doesn't mean you can just go to university or school of theology. Because somebody can go to school of theology. I said no, it doesn't work like that. Those schools too, they have their own criteria and all of that. You can't just walk into any school and say you want to lecture, right? But so we now see, fast forward to last Sunday, he has started something in the Abuja. Thank you. God bless us. Yeah, in Abuja Stadium. Yeah. So one can understand that he didn't pull out of living faith. In fact, a lot of people. I saw a post of Dino Melaye, who, because in the last Shiloh he wasn't there. All right, he wasn't there, and Dino Melaye was like, Shiloh without Bishop Abioye is incomplete, something like that. I have some people that share the same sentiment. I have some friends in Abuja, for instance, they say they go to Living Faith because of the teachings of Bishop Abioye, David Abioye. So this is what this man has done all his life. So for him to start a ministry, that's understandable. But what do you make of Idowu Iluyomade, who like I said, let me see if I have this photo here for us to see. Idowu Iluyomade, whose wife, this one, we talked about it, his wife turned 60 and she organized party and all of that. Prior to the time they did the party, few weeks to the party, the sole financier of their church was a pastor with Redeemed Christian Church of God, of which I'm a member. Yeah, I see it all the time, member of Redeemed. There's nothing to, I'm a proud member of Redeemed, right? So the sole financier of the church, a bank, a CEO, unfortunately died in an ill-fated helicopter in the US alongside his wife and first son. 3 people in one family, and this woman still went ahead and hosted the party. We saw all the hula la that was on the internet. People called them out. I personally, I was on the story back to back. So because of that, the GO he was suspended, and then he was taken to Ebute Metta, which is the headquarters of Redeem in Lagos, for him to report there. And I did that video then. I said Idowu Iluyomade, some people, because I heard from the grapevine that some interest group, those that like him. You know, there is nothing you do they will, whatever it is, some people will still, you know, like your God. There's some influential group as pushing him to start his own ministry that they will support him. So that's what we are seeing now. So last Sunday he launched the church in I want to show you this video. I want to show you so that you can see. So his wife wasn't there, Shiju wasn't there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she traveled, maybe she, I don't know. I don't want to assume. But then if there is no rumble in paradise, she should be there. All right, now let me show you another video. When I saw this video, I said, okay, why are we then surprised that this woman, his wife, during the 60th birthday, it was Flavor, you know, secular musician that came to play, and you know, and people were like, why will a pastor's wife invite Flavor to perform on her birthday? Then I saw this. So when we see, when I saw that, okay, why are we surprised that Flavor was called? When you see a kind of dance like that you cannot even make out if it is in a club or in the church. Then I saw another video, but I'll show it shortly. So I'm asking, did Iluyomade will have, it must have been in Redeem for over 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. Did they have the intention prior to Wigwe's demise to have a church, to begin to float a church? No. So this, for me, I don't like to miss word. This for me is a clear sign of rebellion. Yes, because the GO, Pastoradeboye, is not someone who will say not go and start your church. A lot of big pastors have left to Redeem. Yeah, a lot. There was, before, when I was still in Nigeria, there was a report, because every year pastors, they will, you know, some committee will be sent to the field to go and see what is going on. They will make recommendations for people to be moved around. Although there are a lot of there are lots of stories, there are lots of irregularities in that. Okay, okay, yeah, okay, yes, okay, of course it's rebellion. Thank you. So I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, a lot of people some of us know that. All right. So there was a particular year we went to the camp for convention, and they brought the report, and Daddy Gio said that it was spiral binded. I was in the camp that day, and Daddy Gio said he lifted the report up. He said there is no way it can be. This was how he lifted it up. He said there is no way he can be on the field everywhere. No. That he still have to rely on people to go to the field and give him feedbacks and give him reports. And he lifted the report to the heavens. He said, Lord, if these people that did this work, if they did it with genuine heart, without any, I think he too is there, has begun to be hearing all sorts of things going on, you know, that they would, some people will collect money from some pastor and put them into big parishes, you know, all those things were going on, was said to be going on. So I think him too was like, okay. So he said, these people that did this report, if they have done it, I mean, correctly, reward them. That was huge. And if they have done in whatever they did in their own interest, also reward them. Yes. So he said in that meeting, he said, because after the whole convention, after members must have gone, at the last day, after the Holy Ghost night on Friday, that usually have meetings with ministers. Yes, it was during ministers' meeting that he said that I was there. So he said, Lord, reward them. And he said in that meeting, he said, if there is any pastor that want to live redeemed. Yes, this happened in Lagos. I was there. I'm a minister in Redeemed, so I was in that meeting. If any pastor wants to leave, please leave now. I will bless you. You will leave before we effect this thing. So he's not the kind of person that will say, if Iluyomade has said he wants to leave and go and start his own ministry before the Wigwe incident happened, by all means, you can go. Now, is this a confrontation? Is he now confronting Pastoradeboye that, okay, and the leadership of RCCG by extension? Pastoradeboye is not the only leader in RCCG. There are a board of trustees, all right? So is he now confronting them that, okay, you people stay on your own, I cannot, let me stay on my own. So does Iluyomade have the call to set up his own parish? And if it is, well, it's not about, I'm a very objective and a straightforward person. It's not about anything that, okay, threat or what. If he had gone without any, because this for me is like leaving a place quarreling. Did this serve his suspension terms? I don't know. Did he report? Because if he reports, if he had reported in at the headquarters at Ebute Metta, of course, will not contain the kind of these people, the kind of the Iluyomades, because their lifestyle it contradicts, their outward, that is what we can see. Because a lot of time I see these people, I be like, they behave like kids. a lot of time. He and his wife, even their, look at the photo I used there, even their posture in photos, they behave like what Yorubas we say, you know, when you don't expect that you'll be somewhere. Some kind of youthful exuberance that they will have passed with their age. At least Chidru is now 61, his wife. So give or take, Pastor Iluyomade will be like maybe 65 or thereabouts. So there are some things that age will not allow you to do again. When you're as old as that, you know, level, you posting for photo, and I don't know if I don't know if it's about me, but with age, there's some things you'll be like, okay, we'll pass this. And who knows, maybe they didn't have, because there are some people, if they don't do some youthful stuff when they are young, they will now want to they now want to make up for those periods that they've lost. Maybe that's the case. So then, talking about the influential group that promised to help them to set up their church, let me show you this video.
People from outside, they are getting and all of that, we are going to appreciate it. And it's going to be where everybody that matters in this country will want to be. We are talking about churches coming to the acting. We are going to be the first active church. Not just a church, the first active church. It's not for you to do it. It's another thing for you to have presence on the land. So by God's law, we are going to be the first active church there, and it will come to pass in the next maybe 2 or 3 months. And for the period of time that we are going to be here, by God's law, we are going to be extremely comfortable here. And by the time the news started, and I'm sure maybe pastor will prophesy that maybe from next Sunday to the 2 services. Coming here was a decision on Friday. And I told Pastor, I said, no, Pastor, you need to go back to your own self. You don't know who you are. You don't know the grace you carry. The pastor was like, where is the money coming from? That is your problem. I need to know what the it's not. And we'll say one thing. Pastor said,
you saw that. They even said maybe from next Sunday they'll be having 2 services. So that's why I said no matter what, no matter how bad the person is or whatever a person is, there will still be some people that will say like, okay, we are for you. That man, I mean, he refers to himself as a colonel, that, you know. So, but then, if we are heavenly minded, what is all this about? That's why a lot of time I said a few days ago that why is it that men of God, they start well, they start well, they are all sold out, they are, you know, they are doing the right thing, but the moment God begins to lift them, the moment this money comes, the moment this fame comes, then they are out of themselves. They are just out of their usual self. Why is that? So should we now say that it's wrong for God to bless people with money and all of that? And if you are serving God and you are still wretched, people will be like, okay, what kind of God are you serving? So our God is rich, our God is beautiful, our God is awesome, and he wants us to have the good things of life. So why? I keep, you know, wondering, why is it that when we now have these good things of life, then we go away? Why? So that will bring me to, you see, that's why sometimes when Christians, when we are asking God for something, that's why he kind of delay a little bit. Let me use that word. Yes, it kind of delay a little bit in order to process us, in order to cook us, in order to prepare us. This we give for me, this for me, I would like to give advice to redeem the elevation process in redeem. Let it be rigid. Let it be let them do changes, because when you just promote people, okay, you go to, when you enter the church, you go for believers class where they will tell you this is how it is, this is what you should know about Christian work and all of that. Then you do school of disciple. The moment you are able to do that and you are financially, you know, you are financially there, you pay tithes, they begin to promote you. How about the spiritual aspect of the person? When you finish SOD, then you do Bible college, you're just being promoted. Can RCCG begin to look at the spiritual status of people rather than, okay, I did this course, I am financially there is, I mean, the church runs on money. The church runs on money, but shall we reduce the importance we attach to money? I've said this on this channel before. There was a brother that we went to Bible college together when I was in Nigeria. So when we were in the same parish, but because of the number of people in that class, one class did not contain us, so we were separate classes, but still the same course, all right, Bible college. And when we wanted to write the exam, so I wasn't aware that he has already dropped out before the exam. We still saw, you know, a few days to the exam, and then the exam started, and then we met in church on Sunday. I was like, oh, but that this, I was the paper on Friday, was on Saturday. We normally go for the exam on Saturday, even the lectures. How was the exam yesterday? He said he didn't do it. I said, what happened? He said he has not been able to finish paying his school fees. I was like, oh my God. I said, why don't you tell me? And this brother, we call him, I don't want to mention the name, we call him in the parish, because members will see this video and know who I'm referring to. If this brother lead prayers, I mean, you will know that this man carries something, but because of money, he couldn't finish that course. I said, but why don't you tell me? He said, I don't want to disturb you, you know. So if we see people that you know, that are spiritually inclined, even if they don't have money, shall we not just relegate them? Just saying. So business centers are opened, and unfortunately, people had, look at the crowd. People had bought into it. They begin to pay their tithes, pay their whatever they are paying there. So who is Iluyomade under? Nobody. His case is different from Pastor Tola. There's a pastor in Baltimore, Pastor Tola. His case is different from Pastor Idowu. I mean, those are pastors that has left Redeemed. It's different. It's not the same. Those one did not. They didn't run away from punishment. No, they left. I mean, peacefully. They left without any. They had their grudges. They had what they don't like. That's why they left. But then it wasn't that okay. They evaded punishment. So it's different. Like I said, if you want to leave, I'll bless you. You leave. You don't. is not the kind of person that, you know, there's some pastor, they will say, if you leave my church, this will happen to you. This, not Pastor Adeboye. If you want to leave, by all means, you can leave. I will bless you and you are fine. So, we see how it goes. All I know is that God is the ultimate rewarder. That's it. He's the ultimate rewarder. And some people are left with him. Fine. Those who didn't see anything wrong in what he did, that's okay. And they promise to finance it in 3 months. They say they will have their own one in town church that nobody has seen the type before. I don't understand that. So what is it that they want to do in that church that has not been done before? What? Nothing. Okay, people, thank you so much. The word of gardening and more. Like I said, I'll check you out. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you and everybody that is online. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it. Yeah, it's important so that it will get to people that are concerned. I'm going to talk to us again very soon. God bless us, and please, I always say this: go to church with your brains intact. The only person you are that you should be so afraid of is God. But we see people they've even turned men of God to demigods. Yeah. So go to church with your brains intact, and God bless you, and be close to God and pray always. I will talk to you again very soon. I love you. Bye bye. See you soon.